Students, my name is Pragati Misra. In our last video, we were discussing about the definition of abelian group, in which I told you the definition of abelian group with some examples. Today we will discuss some properties of groups, and the first property is cancellation law. This property states that if G is a group for ABC belongs to G such that AB is equal to AC, then you can see A and A are same. Then by using left cancellation law, the elements which are at left side will be cancelled and we get A is equal to C, and this property is known as left cancellation law. And second one is BA is equal to CA. If BA is equal to CA, then you can see the elements which are on RHS, that is right side, they are same. So A get cancelled by A by right cancellation law and we get B is equal to C. So these are the properties. Today we will see how to prove such properties. In order to write the proof of this theorem, firstly we have given that let G be a group. Let G be a group and A, B, C, these are the elements of G, and it is also given that AB is equal to AC. Then we have to prove A is equal to C by using left cancellation law. So firstly, if AB is equal to AC and our G is a group, then we know that by the property 4, that is existence of identity for each element, that is for all A belongs to G, there exists A inverse belongs to G. That is, for each element of the group there must exist an inverse. So the inverse of A also exists. So we will take the pre-multiplication of A inverse in this equation. Suppose this is our equation number 1. Now I will write a statement, that is pre-multiply by A inverse in 1. When I will write post multiply, then we will multiply A inverse by right side. If I am saying pre multiply, then I will multiply by A inverse in left side. So if we multiply, we get A inverse AB is equal to A inverse AC. By using associative law, we can write it as A inverse A into B is equal to A inverse A into C. As we know, when the inverse of an element is applied with the same element, then we get identity always. Then this becomes E into B is equal to E into C. And when an element is multiplied with the identity, it gives the same element. So this becomes B, this becomes C. So we have proved the first theorem by using left cancellation law. This property is known as left cancellation law. In the same way, we can also do the right cancellation law. So I am going to do the next property. In order to prove the right cancellation law, here we have assumed AB is equal to AC. Now we assume BA is equal to CA for ABC belongs to the same group G. This time we will take post multiplication by A inverse, because for each element there exists an inverse, and we have no need to write it again and again, so I have written it for one time. You can understand. So now I am going to write post multiply by A inverse, and this is our equation number 2. A inverse in 2. So if I take the multiplication by A inverse, this becomes A inverse and this becomes A inverse. If we use the associative law, then this becomes B A inverse and this becomes C A inverse. Now we know that A inverse becomes identity. I have written it here. So this implies B is equal to C. So in this way, we have completed our right cancellation law as well. Now we will learn the second property of the group, that is the identity element of a group is always unique. That is, for a group there cannot be two identities. That is, for each group there must exist only one identity. So we will learn this property now. So our second property is uniqueness of identity, and it states that if G is a group, then the identity element of the group identity element, I should write it E, that is E is the identity element of the group G is unique. To show to prove this theorem, firstly we will assume there are two identities of this group, and then we will show that E is equal to, suppose there are two identities of these two groups, that is E and E dash, this group, then we have to show that E is equal to E dash. In that case the identity becomes unique, since we have assumed two identities for this group but we got E equal to E dash. It means whatever identity you choose, that will be same always, and that it means that it is unique. So we will see how to prove this theorem. So firstly we assume, let E be the identity of the group G. Identity of group G then we know that if we multiply any element with the identity, then it gives me same element. Suppose I am taking O as the operation here, so E operation A is equal to A, and this is true for all element of G. Now if possible, suppose, since I will take the contrapositive of this statement, so if possible, let E dash be the another identity of the same group G. Another identity of group G. If it is also the identity of group G, then when we apply E with E dash, suppose E is any element of group G, then it gives E dash operation E, since A operation E is equal to E operation A, and that will always give, since E dash is the identity, so we will get E. Since when E is applied with A and this E was identity, then we were getting A. Here E dash is working as an identity, so we will get A. We will get E at the place of A. Here we can write where E is the identity, E dash is the identity, since we are taking E dash as the identity and E is working here as an element. Now if we take E as the identity, so what we get for the same element, E dash operation E, here E is the identity, so when we apply any element with the identity, we get that element, that is E dash, where E is the identity. So if you see, both terms are same and they are giving me different values. It means what? It means they must be same, because the terms on right side, left side are same, so they must be equal. So what we get, therefore E is equal to E dash. That is, E is unique. Identity element of a group is unique, and this is true always. So I hope you understand this. Now we will discuss about the uniqueness of inverse. The third property is uniqueness of inverse. That is, let G be a group, then the inverse element of a group are unique. I told you in the property existence of identity that for each element of the group G, there must exist a unique inverse for that particular element. Suppose if I take 2 here and use multiplicative identity in the group, then 1 by 2 is the multiplicative inverse for 2, and this is unique always. It means that it cannot be the inverse of other element, multiplicative inverse of other elements. So inverse elements are also unique. So we will see how to prove this property. To prove this theorem, firstly you just assume let A dash be the inverse of an element A belongs to G. Suppose this is the inverse, A dash is the inverse of A, then by the property of existence of identity, A inverse, that is A dash operation A, is equal to A operation A inverse, that is A dash, is equal to identity, where E is the identity element of G. Now in order to show that the inverse of this element is unique, firstly we assume that there may exist another inverse of this element, and let it be A double dash. So firstly we assume if possible let A double dash be another inverse of A, be another inverse of A. If A double dash is another inverse of A, then it will follow the same property by existence of identity. So we can write A double dash operation A, since it is working as A inverse, is equal to A operation A double dash, and that is equal to identity. Now we know by the property of existence of identity that if we multiply any element by identity, then we get the same element. So we can write A dash as the A dash operation E, because A dash is the inverse of an element, and inverse of the element also belongs to the group G. So this statement is true for all A dash belongs to G, either it is inverse or the element of G, because inverse also belongs to the group G. So we can write it as, now E can be written as A operation A double dash by using this. So we can write it as A operation A double dash. Now if I use the associative law, then it becomes A dash operation A operation A double dash. Here you can write by associative law. By associative law. Now A dash operation A dash operation A is equal to identity. So we can use here identity. So it becomes E operation A double dash. And since A double dash was also taken as the identity, so it must be the element of the group G. In that case, when it applied with identity, we again get the element with the same element A double dash. So what we get, A dash is equal to A double dash. But we have assumed that as the different inverses for the element A. Here it was different, but we got the result that A dash is equal to A double dash. This implies what? That the inverse element are also unique in a group. So we can say A dash is equal to A double dash, and that is A inverse, that is unique. So this was the properties of the group. Some properties are left that I will cover in my next video. So I hope you like my content. If you are liking my content, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.